Here are the world's most sinister serial killers. First up, Jack the Ripper. In 1888, he terrorized London's Whitechapel, murdering 5 women and mutilating their bodies. His identity still a mystery. Next, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Monster. From 1978 to 1991, he killed 17 young men, practicing unspeakable horrors. Dahmer's methods were particularly gruesome, involving necrophilia and cannibalism. His reign of terror ended when he was killed in prison in 1994. Then there's H.H. Holmes, America's first serial killer. In the 1890s, he turned his Chicago hotel into a deadly maze, complete with trapdoors and gas chambers. Holmes was a master manipulator, luring his victims with promises of employment or lodging. Confessing to over 30 murders, Holmes was hanged in 1896. John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown, murdered 33 young boys and men in the 1970s. He buried many of his victims in a crawl space under his house. Gacy was known for his public persona as a friendly clown, performing at children's parties and charitable events. However, his dark side was revealed when police discovered the bodies in his home. Gacy met his end by lethal injection in 1994. Charismatic yet deadly, Ted Bundy preyed on young women across multiple states in the 1970s. He even escaped custody once. Bundy's charm and good looks allowed him to lure his victims easily. His televised trial captivated the nation before his execution in 1989. Bundy's case remains one of the most infamous in American history. Harold Shipman, known as Dr. Death, is believed to have killed around 250 patients from 1972 to 1998. Shipman was a trusted family doctor, which made his crimes all the more shocking. He would administer lethal doses of painkillers to his victims, often elderly women. He committed suicide in prison in 2004, leaving behind countless grieving families. Finally, Pedro Lopez, the monster of the Andes, confessed to over 300 murders in the 1980s. Lopez targeted young girls in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. His method was to lure them away from marketplaces and then brutally murder them. Released in 1998, his current whereabouts remain unknown. The sheer number of his victims makes him one of the deadliest serial killers in history. These names are etched in history, reminding us of the darkness that can lurk in humanity. Each of these killers had their own unique methods and motives, but they all left a trail of devastation in their wake. Stay curious, stay safe.